back. Right, let's get on. We have a harvest to bring in. Let's grab that. Now then. Now, just remind myself, have I got any contracts on as well? So they're not doing any baling, it's way too much for today. Plowing, sowing. No, and I'm quite happy. Right, we need to set a worker going because... Oh, plonker. I was going to say I've got crop destruction on. Yeah, that has destroyed, so... Yeah, I do believe we've got the wrong header on. Sneak down the back road. Right, let's go swap the header. Plonker. Oh well, you can still see I've got crop destruction on. Yes, I'm waiting, I see you. I presume with the this is a one-way road. So now I thought it was being so good, I thought, yeah, let's get this all ready. Yeah, slight problem. Wrong header. At least with this header, it's a folding header. So there'll be no problem about going on the road. Some of this equipment off. I've got to keep not treating this as though it's my storage area. Getting into bad habits without most Let's Plays. Very naughty. Right, let's get going. Yes, we shall set a worker going and we shall go and take our canola and we shall stick it in the railroad silo so that we can actually empty out the harvester. Let's do this properly. Let's go down the edge of the field like we did before. That was a good idea. It's a nice size separator. It's quite amazing. It's actually bigger than the road. The little road down the side of the other field. Right, let's unfold. Goodness, I didn't go too far and just plough on. Right, let's try that again. Yes. We have to go. It's slightly too big for it. I did wonder if this was too much for the Dominator. It's got to use a tiny little one. Okay. I just think that we're going to have to sell this one and buy this one, which is weak. Do you know? I did always wonder about that, because I know the proper header is a 5.1, but not only that, obviously corn. I think corn headers take more effort. And I was always did wonder if it was the smallest header size was the one for this. That proves that although it can do it, it can't do it properly. And there's no point in faffing around making it. It's going to cost us an absolute fortune to harvest the field, so tiny 3.4 metre is all I can. Yeah, okay, corn champion it is. Well, there is a silver lining to this, as sad as I am to not be able to use a 6 metre, and that is that we can now afford to pay our loan off, which is quite a good thing. Of course, this header doesn't fold, but then it really doesn't have a need to fold because it's tiny. It's going to take a while to do that field now. But not as long as using the wrong size header. That always takes longer. Right. Let's really try and get underway this time. So, you know, this reminds me of that session the other day where we were faffing around. It took 37 minutes to get everything in place. Mind you, I suppose it is. I've always said this, it is preparation is the main thing really, that I love to prepare the session before for the session after's work for that very reason, which of course I did try to do that. The class was on the edge of the field, just wasn't quite. Right, now then I should let's start this in the top corner though. Because he's then going to be working down. And around. Right, let's get this gone. This course plate so we can go and get our work done. Right, create job. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, everything's right. Generator 11.2 feet will be correct. Make sure there's no eyes. Field margin again. Leave it alone on what it should be. Right. Let's save that 21. Save. Activate 21. Corn header. Right. Oh, I still remembering the settings for going the wrong way. Oh well, it doesn't matter. It isn't the end of the world. It's still going anti-clockwise for some reason. Right, let's grab the. Yeah, we need to start. Let's jump in that. Clear this lot off. The one thing I do realise, is I need fuel. I did think about this. I thought, well, I did say in the last session about buying a mod, and I thought, well, actually, you've got those decent pallets full. I'd used them on my Calmston. Right, I know it never remembers this, so let's get onto the other side of the map over the railway, and then we'll try and send this home. Yeah, everything's on the last dregs of fuel, so I don't want to be running out again, but they're all needed it. And I realise that the harvester is going to be running out of thing. There's nothing I can do, because all of these are all going to run out of fuel pretty much on the cusp of running out. So send them all home. Set destination, we'll set it to the shop. Right, now then I want now why are you not showing? You should be showing the that's bizarre. On that view it should be showing tractors. Why is it not showing tractors? It is. I know, he might be able to do it actually. Let's try. See if the Traction King can Set destination to... Oh my life, why is he going through the forest? Oh my life. Right, now the Fendt GT, now that will show as a white dot. Now he is down, yeah, of course he's here. Gotta try and remember exactly where everyone is. Right, so let's go grab some fuel. Now then we're going to this is the only thing about the Fendt. Let's put that front. We need to reconfigure him. I need to put this front loader up to this. So I'm not going to leave it at the shop, that would be naughty. Now we also need the Sapphire. We don't need the Bale King for this. Yes, I'm looking in editing yesterday and thinking, am I ever going to get back into the habit of remembering to refuel my vehicles? Because I seem to have somehow got out of the habit. I don't know how, but yeah, I seem to have done since FS22. I think I've been more concentrating on repair. I didn't. I never ever ran out of fuel in FS19, and I've done it at least 3 or 4 times now in FS22. It's ridiculous. Now I would imagine those workers have both got stuck because I'm sure one of them should be here. Oh no, no. Excellent, and oh no. Now this is the bit where they get stuck. Yeah. Has he clanged into it, or is he coming over the bridge? Oh wow, excellent. Fantastic. What? Who's completed their task? You have indeed. Excellent. Right. Let's bring them all for now. In fact, yeah, while we're here, let's repair this. Let's just get into good habits. It is nice to see that the repair costs are only marginal, which would be on par with FS19, which is, I like that. Oh wow. So little that it doesn't even register. Now that I like. I'm not used to that on FS22. Let's just see, is he... No, he is stuck. Oh, in a different place though. What on earth were you even doing there? Life. Seems like certain taxi drivers, not all. My parents were taxi drivers and they were good taxi drivers, but yes, the old trick of let's choose the longest route so we can earn more money. I think this worker was one of those workers trying to go the long way round to reach this. Then does this need... Yeah, this does need a bit of repair. This will register. Right, let's get this done. Now 35 I can cope with. That is alright. Right. You could actually just about cope with. Wrong one. Next one. Pallets. Big one, it's going to cost us a few thousand, but it's going to be useful. Oh, 1,000, that's really very reasonable, I think. Of course, I don't really know how far that's going to go. I would imagine a few refills though, if I'm honest. That is why I like these bale spikes, because they're also perfect for this. Of having things that do two things at once. Let's refill us first. That's one barrel gone. Not bad, not bad. They were both very low. Zip down with the Traction King. It's got a bit more power. Of course, I do realise I've left my equipment there, but I was thinking the most important thing really is to get the harvester underway. Yes, I was on the road first. Just you watch yourself. Oh, God, one of the last 2 episodes, it was hilarious. I was actually on the right side of the road. There was no shenanigans where I was on the left side or anything like that. And something whacked me from behind, and I thought, what on earth? Yeah, a car. I didn't register as a vehicle or something. It was this tractor. He literally, oh no, was it the fence? Literally whacked into me and sent me flying. It was crazy. It's a good job it was on time lapse. You can hardly notice it, but it was ridiculous. Talk about not, you know, was it the fence? It was either the fence or this, but it was still really ridiculously long, because obviously the vehicle... Whoa, settle down. Right, now, quickest way on say still... No, got to be careful, because that way's got that. There's a bad way that way. I'm going to need to go on the edge of this field, on river. Yeah, we'll go down this edge of this field like I often frequently do. Very careful not to go on people's crops. Wow, this is, I was saying this was wide, it really is. It nearly takes up that entire... This is definitely the long way to get to this. Definitely. Oh, it's beautiful. The crows scoring, birds singing. Lovely autumnal trees, the colours on the trees and the hedges, absolutely beautiful, breathtaking. And there's a shimmering on the tiles over there, which just breaks the, now then, no, that's biogas, straight ahead now. Let's get that ready. Dropped off. Yes, I have dropped off once. I remember. Took some, yeah, it was some canola actually. I think it was the canola was the best price at that place off the map, which escapes my memory because I've only seen the word once. Now then, I think we're left. See what I mean about the width on this tractor? Yeah, harvest is full. Has he got self-unload on it. Let's just check. So don't really. This is a new harvester, isn't it? So void 72 in the field. Must need to be in it, or it needs to be active. So I can't do anything about that. Wow, so oh, I'm in the back. Of course, yeah. This is me being. I was thinking, why is this taking such an age? It's because I've always said that about the back. Right, let's change to left, and let's do that again. This should be much quicker because there's 3 sections and not 1. See, that's more like it. Right, okay, there's nothing in it. What's the point in putting on a cover? At the worst, I'm going to gain a few bits of dust. I suppose that is reason enough, I suppose. Only doesn't seem a terribly good reason to me, but let's go for it. Right, now then, quickest route to the farm. That's a no. Now then, there is a sneaky way through the actual farm down here, isn't there, thinking about it? Which is probably the quickest route. Got to get used to these. This is the route I keep forgetting, because there's about 5 routes through this. And this is the important route where it's got a good exit. It's the one that I keep forgetting. Yeah, because the other ones lead out into... There's that one that leads out, and it's got such a narrow exit that it's not very useful at all. Right, this time. Yes, I'm still debating whether or not to buy this. Still seems like a good idea to me because of the cows. But we shall see. I've not made up my mind as a yes or a no. Definitely not a no. Is there a way? I'm not sure. I think we're too wide, but let's have a look. There's a way in between those. I'm glad when they fix this manual gear change malarkey. Silly, it gets stuck in one nearly all the time. Ooh, perfect. Right, let's grab. Now we should have some more settings. We should have stuff. It is activated. Smashing. That's all I need to know. Let's get him looking at the course. Let's zoom in and let's create job. Not first waypoint. Target position. I think he's on the first headland still. Stick that there, just like that, with me angled out, so hopefully it's not going to bash me around. Now let's go grab the tractors from the store. Give this a bit of a wash, because that mower definitely looks a bit filthy. Definitely. Is there anything? No, we can't. We've probably got something on us. Nothing I can take. Let's everybody filled up with fuel. Once we should stick. We could actually, thinking about it, leave that in the shop. Wouldn't be a bad idea. No, let's be good. Let's just stick it in here somewhere. Right. That way. This should stick you. Yeah, we could actually use this situation to actually get our stuff put away, which seems a good thing to me. Let's make maximum use of this as well. It's not that big a shed. I just said I was going to wash it and I haven't. I'll have to try and remember next time. Why is this field level at 0? What's he doing? Oh, he's gone all the way around the oh, great! Now you're going to hit that. What on earth? I've said not. Oh, no, he isn't actually. No, he's... Oh, actually, he had done... Oh, it was my fault. I did set him on the very first headland. I thought he'd not done that, so it is me. So I do apologise, worker. You did exactly as I requested. Exactly. Right, now then, shoot. I'll leave the front box because that makes sense staying there because that always needs filling. So, this can go. Oh my life, so he is in your way. In what? What? Seriously? Okay. Okay. Do you know, you workers sometimes are absolutely rubbish. It's a bit of a narrow section. I was on about, wasn't I, about using the bits of a field, might just too narrow I think to be useful for cows or something like that. I suppose it could choose it for chickens. Let's try and square this field off, or even as a bit of a yard, because I think it's, yeah, I think it sort of proved it really with this, and how unuseful it is to have this as part of the field. But it would make quite a nice yard section. Right, let's send him on his merry way then. Is my fuel saying? Oh, he has done a harvest, thinking about it. He did harvest the very first harvest of canola, so it is. Right, so create job. Not first. You want, I would imagine you are on 3 now. Let's have a look. Yeah, that works for me. That's definitely on the field. Excellent. You'll do nicely there, that's good. Right, let's get back to the John Deere. Let's get this sorted. Grab. I think the fence should be able to grab with his... Wait, let's just have a quick look. I'm sure that is for getting rid of the meridian. I'm sure that's the right connection to that. No, it's not. Okay then. Let's get these two back across there then. stick these barrels, I think, just in the beginning, just at the start here. Somewhere out of the way, like the right hand side, he says as he crashes into his... Yeah, somewhere about, say, there. Now, why is that not allowing me to drag it along the ground? It should do. Otherwise I'm going to have to do something stupid, which is unrealistic. Yeah, gravity doesn't exist. Yeah, they have improved this, but that is ridiculous. Something not falling off at that. Yeah, that's just stupid. Do you know? Let's leave the sapphire forks in and try and resemble a little bit of normality. Let's just stick that. Leave that at the back of the Bale King. So realistically I can grab that if I need to. Yeah, that is as low as it gets. Okay. Stick the weight over. Oh, do you know? Seriously? Try and tidy up and drag the front loader. Let's try that again. Right, it's better. How is the 17%? At least he's definitely he's on the field this time, so that's good news. Right, Meridian. I have to store this somewhere special. The side of the field or something. I think that must have been too high because it's a pinch bolt and that's a pinch bolt, so yeah, I don't know why that didn't allow me to grab that unless the weight was too high. That's the only thing I can think. Yeah, I think we should leave this roughly where the old aerial thing was. Just getting it tight in though. John Deere. Last thing that we can do, well, say I'm leaving the front box in just because I'm going to need to fill it at some point, whether I'm seeds or fertiliser or whatever. Let's clean this though. Fill level still fantastic. That's one of the good things about such a small header. It takes forever to harvest the field. Certainly none on the windows, none at all. Windows are perfectly clean. Aha. That cultivator has never been christened. It's certainly got some work done this year. Excellent, that's proper red and black now. And then does that need repairing? No. Stupid slips to the back wing. Whoa, brakes on this are a bit, seems to go on a little bit more than, whoa. Let's give a bit of, that was what I was hoping, that we might get 3 implements in there at that end. Right, let's go and see how the harvester is doing. If I can get him. Looking at the harvest from this, although it's a big field, big-ish, I'm not sure this was, let's have a look, was there no, yeah, no fertilisation, so it's going to go my life. No fertilisation at all, so it's going to be a very poor harvest in comparison to what it could be. But it's extra. That's all that really matters. Yeah, it is very poor. You can see how much we've actually, let's have a look on the map and see how much we've, I would say it's a goodly amount. Yeah, well over half. That's quite poor for corn, very poor. Yes, with that in mind, if the other fields are the same, it's going to be, I'm not so sure that what I was saying about paying the loan off, the canola's quite good pay. Imagine, no, we can now. I was forgetting. Our bit of a windfall earlier. We can pay the loan off. See, that's what I was really saying last time in the last session. You never know in Farming Simulator what's going to happen. I wasn't thinking for 1 minute that at any time when I said that I would have to sell the original header and buy another one, but it happened. But actually, for once, and it's quite rare, that happened in our favour. So that's now enabled us to pay off the loan, which means that the harvest that we've got from both fields, all 3 fields should I say, will now be all ours, which is a nice place to be, and we've still got 7,210 in the bank. So that is a place that I really, at no point in the last session did I think that would be where we are. So why am I watching work when I have the capability of doing this myself? Now that we've done all other jobs, it just seems a little bit appropriate for me to, I just ripped into some of that field, silly me. Just tidy this up so we get the edges done and any tidy ups. So I did notice there's quite a few little islands that the worker has. Not done properly for some whatever reason. Oh yeah, I remember that was me. Saying let's all empty this while we're down here. It'd be nice to see what we did get. Let's lift that. And then, whoa! Another vehicle with brakes that are a little bit not so good. I was forgetting this is only 20-ton configuration, isn't it? Mind you, to be honest, I don't really seriously think there's anywhere near, unfortunately, that amount of corn in here, which I would imagine when this is properly fully fertilised. Oh, I'd be glad when they fix that wanderingness. Yes, I didn't really expect to be in this position, that we would be loan free in this very next session through some quite unforeseen set of circumstances. I do realise, obviously, this is out of my control, and this is why, in some ways, when you obviously buy the second-hand goods, I don't think I'd ever sell them because they are pretty much worthless if you ever come to resell. But obviously, with the map update, I had to buy everything new again, and of course, it has meant that it has benefited us in ways that having the second-hand equipment wouldn't have done, because we have sold a couple of items now that obviously, because they were brand spanking new, did have quite a lot of value, and there's obviously nothing I can do about that. It is annoying, but I don't like cheating, but there's no way I could have done anything any different than I did. So just, it is what it is, and I can't do anything about it. So I'm aware of it, and there's nothing I can do about it though. I suppose you've also got to trade off though the extra work that you had to do to make all the fields as if it was the original, and all of that extra work and things, and buying all of the equipment, all of that, it does take time and everything. So I suppose you've got to be balanced. It's not all, yeah, there is that side of it as well. So the inconvenience, I suppose, has benefited us, and as I say, you've got to take the rough with the smooth, is what I'm trying to say. It swings and roundabouts, as the old saying goes, and it's some good, some bad. Plus which there's nothing we can do about it. It was the only way for us to fairly set this up again where we were. And I did, even to the month, even to the time and the minute, which I was quite chuffed with. Yeah, I didn't imagine I'd get that right. I did. I looked in editing, I thought, come on, we can do this. Let's just get this speed time up to the exact moment and then start recording. And that's what I did. So I was quite chuffed. I was going to say, shall I time lapse it, but it's not enough now. If I was going to time lapse, I would have done it at the beginning, not when I'm near about 4/5 through the field, I would say. Yeah, I am chuffed now. This has sort of blown my mind in a way, because obviously I really wasn't expecting for us to have paid the loan off. I thought that would be a struggle through the back end. So yeah, we're in a position that I didn't expect. So we shall see what the corn and the canola get for us at the back ends. I'm not sure when the best time to sell corn is. Most products are this October, November. We shall see. I'm not sure. We should get everything sold and see what money we've got as to what we're going to do, or what piece of equipment we're going to buy, or whether we buy another small field or whatever. Yeah, because we're now in a position that I didn't expect us to be. Which I am not complaining about, I might add. It's a good position to be in. We now own 3 fields, all ours. Yeah, preparation. Mind you, we've got all winter to cultivate, and we can now mulch. Which is, I have never mulched ever. So yes, that bat wing is going to be very useful to us for mulching. We mulch now, don't we, I think, as well. See, I've missed a trick. I could have left the worker working and I could have mulched. See, I'm not into the habit yet of mulching. I've nearly got this, just that last little bit on the other side, and it is a little bit. We'll have completely harvested this. It's quite a large field. I think this is equal to 28, I would say, which is a fair size field for this map, of course. On most maps this would be tiny. But on this map this is a fair old size. missed a trick really. Could have done a bit of in-cab, couldn't I, with this corn header. This is one of the few corn headers that's really so small that it doesn't really affect anything. Some invisible crop. Okay. We're not going to leave you. That's just not fair. Right, let's get this done. Let's start from the top of the field and work down. Let's work with the land. This harvester needs a clean as well. Its windows are getting mucky. First signs of the muck on the vehicles. It's up to 2 passes, I reckon. Still not bad. Yes. Oh, missing a bit. There was a tuft somewhere, I saw it at. I'm going around it. Let's not destroy it. No, that's the field. There is a tuft somewhere. Ah, yeah, I did miss some. Right. Tuft. That bit that we missed last time as well. The bottom. Then we'll finish this up. I think it's just one more pass, I would say. Oh, there's that tuft. I knew there was some down this end that I saw on the way up and thought I'm going to need to grab that. Well, I don't like leaving bits. I don't think anybody does. It's right. Let's get that tuft as well. Should be pretty much the last run, I think. Maybe a tiny weeny bit of clean up, but I don't think so. I think we're there. No, there is a bit I can't quite reach that. It's a bit too wide. And then that field tomorrow. Next month, should I say. But again, wow, brakes on this are terrible. Wrecked some of that. Do you know, seriously? Right, I think we're not bad though. Okay, I missed a bit, I see it. Entire episode without crashing into something. It would be nice if I improved in this. Still not quite far enough. So about 10 ton corn. Slightly more actually, now about 11. Which, as we all know, in corn terms is not a lot at all, but we shall get some from the other field. She'll leave this out. There's no point in running it across the road. We'll leave this ready for tomorrow. In fact, we'll leave both as well. It's perfect. Right, so I knew this would be a short session. It's literally, I've got an hour and I thought I'm going to get that field harvested, so that's not bad at all. I'm going to leave it here. ready. Shall we speed time up? We shall. That's one thing I shall do. And 8 o'clock seems reasonable. Next month I think we'll start to go into 9. I just wanted to see the grass starting to grow, basically. And at least we are ready for our harvest. And let's do a bit of fun and see if there's anything in the sales. 607 maintenance, and we have a field of ready to harvest wheat. Let's have a look at the sales. We have a Tinsy Wincy plough, which at some point we're going to need, but no, I think I'll pass on a 1.2. I'd lease one, I think, if I was going to use one that tiny. And of course, forage harvest header. You know, yeah, absolutely rubbish. Right, let's go and have a quick look at the grass before I. That was my. Yeah, definitely 9 o'clock starts. This is getting dark now. Lights are still on. Let's have a look. See how that grass. It should be poking its head through now. Yeah, first growth stage. Fantastic. I think though, if I'm ready, yeah, I think this is, we're going to harvest like this. I think that's it, if I remember rightly. It doesn't grow again in fact, yeah, let's have a quick look. I'm sure I'm right. It doesn't grow now. It shouldn't be in the... Oh, maybe it does. Maybe one more growth today then. So if we, not obviously we've got our field to harvest, we may get this to second growth stage, which would be useful. But if not, we can still harvest it tomorrow as long as it's not snowing. And on that note, this is where I'm going to leave it. Yes, we have this field of grass now, very briefly, until next March. Then we should rip it up and we are going to replant as according to my plan. We'll... definitely lease a thing, and we're going to go oats, a sea of oats, so that we can sell the straw and get some reasonable profits from our extra work, being as we've got a baler and everything, windrower, so we're going to maximise our profits. And on that note, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. This has had a few ups and downs this session, but we've got, there you go, that's pretty much tied it over there. Most of equipment brought back over here now. The grass is growing over there. We've harvested one field. We are going to mulch next time, and we are going to harvest the other field. Let me just have one last little look to see whether that one was fertilised at all. Oh, it was. That's no, isn't that? But now that would surprise me then, that if that has got more than 21, for the fact that it is actually fully fertilised. It's got some stones as well. Oh, mind you, we can, if they're little stones, which I think they are, when we roll, that should push them back into the ground. If they're little ones, of course. Anyway, without any further ado, any more waffling from me, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye for now.